China's Ordos city, the billion-dollar city with no people. In the middle of northern China, far from the world's busiest cities, there is a place that looks like the future. Wide, empty highways stretch for miles. Massive apartment complexes stand perfectly aligned. Government buildings, museums, and theaters shine under the sun. Everything looks finished. Everything looks expensive. And yet, almost no one lives there. This is not a city destroyed by war. This is not a place abandoned after a disaster. This city was built in the 21st century, with modern technology and unlimited funding. It was meant to be home to more than 1 million people. But today, it is known for something very different. This is the story of Ordos City, the billion-dollar city with no people. To understand how Ordos happened, we need to go back to the early 2000s. At that time, China was changing faster than any country in modern history. Factories were expanding. Millions of people were leaving villages for cities. Skyscrapers were rising everywhere. Urban growth became the symbol of success, and real estate became the backbone of the economy. If a city was growing, money was flowing. Inner Mongolia, where Ordos is located, suddenly became incredibly rich due to massive coal reserves. Local governments were collecting more money than ever before. Officials believed they had a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Instead of expanding slowly, they decided to build something bold. A completely new city. Modern. Clean. Powerful. A city that would attract professionals, investors, and future generations. They called it Kangbashi New District. Construction began at a speed that shocked even China. Entire residential blocks appeared almost overnight. High-rise apartments were completed before anyone had signed up to live in them. Roads were built wider than those in major global capitals. From above, the city looked perfect. But underneath the concrete and glass, something was missing. People. The city wasn't growing naturally. It was being forced into existence. Apartments were priced extremely high, far beyond what local residents could afford. Most buyers were not families. They were investors. People bought homes expecting prices to rise, not planning to move in. At night, something strange happened. Thousands of apartment buildings stayed completely dark. Not because of power shortages, not because of curfews, but because no one was inside. Streetlights illuminated empty roads. Public squares echoed with silence. Shopping malls had no customers. Ordos wasn't abandoned. It was never truly alive. When journalists and photographers visited, the images shocked the world. A city designed for 1 million people, functioning like a town of a few thousand. The term "ghost city" quickly spread across international media. And Ordos became the most famous example. But this wasn't just about one city. Ordos exposed a deeper problem inside China's growth model. Local governments relied heavily on selling land to developers. Developers borrowed massive amounts of money to build quickly. Banks kept lending because property prices kept rising. Everyone assumed demand would eventually catch up. But population growth began to slow. Young people moved to bigger cities instead. Jobs did not appear at the speed buildings did. Suddenly, the system began to crack. Apartments stood empty. Loans remained unpaid. And debt quietly piled up. For the people who invested their savings, the consequences were severe. Property prices in Ordos collapsed. Homes worth hundreds of thousands of dollars lost much of their value. Some owners were left paying mortgages for apartments no one wanted. The city became a symbol of overconfidence, a reminder that economic growth cannot be manufactured with concrete alone. Today, Ordos is not completely empty. Government offices were moved there to increase activity. Some families eventually settled in. Schools reopened, and limited businesses returned. But the city never became what it was promised to be. Large sections remain underused. Entire neighborhoods still feel unfinished, despite being fully built. Urban planners now study Ordos as a case of what happens when development ignores reality. Ordos City teaches a powerful lesson. A city is not buildings. A city is not roads. A city is not investment charts. A city is people, jobs, culture, and purpose. When those come last, failure comes first. Ordos is not just China's story. Around the world, governments and corporations continue to chase growth at any cost. Mega projects, mega budgets, mega promises. But without real demand, even the most expensive dreams can turn into silent monuments, because when growth is rushed, mistakes become permanent. And Ordos stands as proof. A billion-dollar reminder that you cannot force a future. If this story surprised you, the next ones will shock you even more. There are skyscrapers, airports, and tech products that cost billions and failed, just as quietly. Subscribe for more stories they don't teach. Follow for the real truth behind modern failures.